guard. He's like, what do I do? There's no one to guard. I don't know what they're going to do. They don't have kids. Jackson got that hard kid. They are. They need to get a wristband though. Woo! Roscoe can go in when William's ready to go back in. Because now they have 5. But William's not ready to go back in yet.
Find your team! Find your team!
Almost. Same team. Good dribble. Oh. Kid's not even defending his own player because he does Jack, and Jack was at the top of the key. He's not guarding his kid. He's got it. Probably next dead ball. Roscoe. You got to go in next dead ball. We'll have you go in for... I don't know any of their names. Let's have you go in for 15. Out of bounds. So close. Come on, Roscoe, set it up. Move around, Jack. Good job. Oh, he's got no one to guard him. Oh, he's back in. Okay, 5 on 5. We're good. No more subs. I'll go talk to his mom in a minute. Was that 15? That 15 just is like, shoots up and just goes straight in. It might have been 10, but 15 did it earlier. Just dribbled right down and sweet shot right in. Ooh, almost. Jackson, make yourself tall. You gotta get those hands up high. He's bigger than you, so you gotta be high. No. He's like, who are you throwing that to? I love it. Oh, grab it. Good job. Dribble. You can dribble. Straight up, Jack. Straight up. Come on, Roscoe. Oh, try it again. Nice. Way to see that. You got Jack on the other side. Nice, Roscoe. That was a good pass. I didn't even see Roscoe. Oh, Jackson's going to be hard to find with that kid guarding him. It's good.
Just get me a little bit more aggressive.
Well, it's tough. We may have to take turns on him. Like put something else on him for a little bit, switch it up a little. But it's hard. You don't want to have someone who's not going to guard him. So it's probably going to have to be him or Roscoe.
Layup, Roscoe, layup, layup.
Go, go, go.
Point to the layup. Order!
I love to see these.
They're so funny.
So cute.
He loves it. He's going crazy.
So wait, does that mean you moved? Because you
No, we live in Orem, so we do it here.
too, but were you always around?
Yeah, I live the school.
Okay. Are you still?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm not.
Still
I
teaching.
graduated. I can't believe it.
You're like, I finally don't have to go back.
Amazing that, like I
So what grade is Wyatt in now?
first.
First.
I'm like, no one at home all day.
Yeah, so Will was my first class.
Was he really?
Yeah, because Jackson, if he's in second grade, Jackson's in second grade.
Yeah.
Oh no, he'd have been my second class because Jackson went 3 years of preschool. I just remembered.
Well, wait, Jackson's the what? You said he's in second.
He's in second.
Will's in second.
Yeah, but I think Will must have been my second year because Jackson would have been my first year and he went 3 years. Will only went 2 years. Because my guy,
yeah,
this is the deadline. He's an October birthday. They wanted me to teach and I was like, I can only teach if you take Jack early. And I'm like, otherwise what would I do with him? And so they're like, do you think he'll behave? I'm like, oh, he'll behave. Just won't talk. He's super shy. So, yeah, they took him, like, he was only 2. But he was turning 3 in like a month. So he's doing all right. He's loving it. This is his second session, so now he's feeling like
Yeah,
he's
now
got his
they're getting it.
confidence and
Yeah.
so yeah. Is this your husband?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
he's not here. You never met him.
I'm trying to remember.
You
I
probably
think I have, but
Maybe once
very
for a
little.
class. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think maybe once I was thinking.
I was trying to guess because he was here and I didn't see you, and I'm like, I wonder if one of these is his dad.
Yeah, no.
And maybe if I saw him, I'd be like, oh yeah, because I remember Christmas cards and stuff. I just can't picture him in my head right now.
Yeah, he's working right now. So that means your kids will go Mountain View.
Yep. We had him on their little the 15, and so we switched it up to see if someone else could handle him. Because your little 15 is so good. I don't know who he is, but he's a tough. He's dribbling right now.
Oh, the.
Yeah, I'll send you my stuff.
Yeah, I would love that.
Because at least it's something, an idea of an option and see what they say.
Just one more doctor to look into and one more, and just say when we go, because we're supposed to go in December, but we're gonna move it to.
And with your
January.
boys being younger, that might, there might be some options there too, where.
You just wonder, like not that you could do it, but you wonder, God, if you could go through Mexico or Canada drugs,
Okay.
could you get it for like
You like black market.
$5,000 rather than $75? Little kids missing and shooting and missing. I have to tell you this though. This the boy you pointed out, number 15, is so good.
Yeah.
So they are half Korean, I think half Italian.
Really?
But their mom is my really good friend, and she was found in the street, like abandoned as a baby.
Is she Italian or Korean?
She's the Korean one.
Okay.
So she was put into a orphanage. Well, an old woman found her and kept her for a couple of years, and then her husband was like, we can't keep her anymore. So then she went into an orphanage, and eventually someone, brought her into the States, a Mormon family. And anyway, so they have a son who's my oldest daughter's age, who's 16. Then his sister is Isabel's best friend, and then he's Will's best friend. So there's, my first 3 kids, we all overlap. And it is just amazing to watch how smart they are and how athletic they are. And I swear it's just like this natural.
It just comes to him.
It just.
That's it. My husband served in Korea.
I mean,
So
I think those Korean genes or those Asian genes, like, you would expect
They're hardworking.
athleticism. Like, the oldest brother isn't super athletic, like him,
he is.
but he's like a brainiac, the type who takes the ACT for the first time and gets a 34.
And they're just like, oh, well, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it's just, and I watch my kids always, like, can't quite match up to them. And it's good for my kids because I think it makes them push themselves. But it's just interesting that you pointed out right off the bat. Look how good he is.
Well, you
And
can
I'm
tell,
I know,
it's not just even that he made the shot, it was how smooth the shot was. Like it was the right steps, it was the right hand to release. Like, I was just like, who's this kid? He just ran down there and laid a layup like it was nobody's.
Like he was 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so.
And some kids are like that.
fascinating to
Like,
me.
you show them a few things and then it's just like, boom, they get it. Where my boys, I've always told them, I was like, you want to play basketball? You better learn to dribble, and you better learn to dribble well, because if you don't, you're never going to get a shot. Like, you got to create shots, you got to.
And you can be extremely valuable to any team, even if you're not that great of a shooter, if you know how to dribble and hustle and get the ball and get it to the person on your team. You know, I mean, there's the John Stockton kind of player who.
And I'm like, that's how that's how you make your spot on a team, is you find out where your skills are and hone them.
I just find it so interesting that sports are so important in our society. Shoot, Will, shoot! It's like, how can I do basketball?
Well, actually, I do sports. I supervise. See, I work here, kind of. I work for the rec department. So at night, like, I supervise and sport team, softball and men's basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's gotta be fun.
So it's
Men's
interesting. I run into a lot of
basketball
people. Oh, they get crazy. I don't like to supervise them very much, just because they get so angry.
Yeah.
But softball, I don't mind. I know my softball rules. Basketball, there's just so many tech things that.
So do you even ref them, or what do you do?
I don't ref them. I score keep and then I supervise. So, like, if there's a problem, then I have to go, like, talk to them. And
Which you would be so good at.
some days I don't normally get yelled at. I don't always get agreed with, but I'm usually nice enough that they don't, like, freak out on me.
Unless they're just in such a rage.
But and it's that old thing. You get on the basketball court and your common sense. Normally very intelligent, nice people. When competition comes in.
That whole how some people are so competitive is interesting too.
Yeah.
And then you see, it's scary when you see the rage that it's
So how are they doing in school? Your little ones.
really well. That's
Good for them.
I believe because of that. But school-wise, they're doing well.
Yeah, Jackson, he went through the Learn Dynamics program, and he's so night and day from Michael Wright. He does so great. Like, he's a good little reader. He's good at math. Like, he just really is. And it doesn't seem that hard for him. Like, he doesn't have to try that hard to be, like, pretty good.
See, and Will, the difference between Will and Wyatt is Will gets easily bored, and I think that he's not challenged, and I think it just, so he just gets hyperactive as he gets.
Yeah.
And then Wyatt will just work at something over and over, even if he gets it, he's
It was interesting how different their personalities are. but yet how similar. I see that with my twins, but I saw that with because I had yours back to back.
Yeah.
That it was like, oh, see, in this situation, Wyatt would have done this, or William would have done this, but now Wyatt's doing this. Like, but yet other things, I was like, you guys are so much alike. Like, you can so tell your brothers.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Like, Will's the one I worry about because I think he's probably the brightest of all my kids. But I see him, like, he wants to play video games and he gets obsessed with that. He doesn't want to do his piano, he really annoys him. You know, like, and he tries to sneak out of things that, I don't know, and I think I don't know what it is. But he's the one who I think I have to really focus on making sure he's on track, because if he gets on track, we're in trouble. Off track, we're in trouble. You know?
Yeah. And I think for him, even in preschool, like times we were doing stuff, doing papers, he was engaged and he was doing it. It's when we have to sit and like sing or sit and the story's too long. Then I would see, like, I would start losing him.
Yeah.
He'd be like, this is too...
I gotta start moving and
my wiggles are coming,
Exactly.
But it's interesting how you can see that at 3 and it sort of follows them a little bit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and sometimes I think I judge my kids and then they change, you know, and I was totally off. But other times I think, oh, you can totally, you just are.
And they do. They grow up and things will change. But just, and part of it is I think they learn, like my kids are ADHD and so they were so wiggly and so, you know, and now I think they're still that same wiggle person, but they've grown up enough and they can say like, okay, I can't do, you know, like they can talk themselves out of it.
Yes.
And I think that's probably, you know, what will happen with, you know, even Wyatt and William is as they grow, you know, fundamentally he still may be that little kid inside that is bored and wants to move on, but his mind tells him you can't do that. You have to finish the assignment. You have to.
But like I see that with my sister. She has the most difficult. They have to think it through and figure it out.
Yeah, it just was so funny because he was just like, your mom? Who's your mom?
Whoa, you have a mom?
Yeah, I know.
It's Caroline. I think you're like, is your teacher married? Like, I don't know. Well, she ever said she has kids? Oh, I don't know if she does. I mean, you know, and I was always curious about my teacher's personal life. You know, that was my personality.
Yeah.
Not really.
She's just like, I don't know, she shows up, we have a good time.
Will your kids will your jersey? Yeah. Wait, you can wait a second.
He's like, nope, right now. Oh, now my jack is on. Him and William are guarding each other. He's been.
Will's on him.
Dad's out there practice with him like crazy. Oh, you got too far under, bud.
What?
Did you already play or are you next?
He played, then we split. Like one of them starts half an hour before the other, so I stand by the window and try to watch my.
Oh, that's why. Because I was like, I know he's here. Someone must have brought him.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were in playing. I should have peeked in there.
So.
Yeah, it was one of the first plays. I think the kid rebounded and just got him right there.
What was playing, huh?
Yeah, it happened like almost the first shot.
He just got elbowed.
The kid elbowed, one of the boys on our team elbowed him. I didn't see the whole thing, but I think he got him in just a way that it just got him right in the eye. And
That's what happens to basketball.
Yeah.
I'm aware. Hey, Q!
How's it going?
How are you? Are you watching the little bro? Yeah. Oh, fun. I just keep thinking you're going to have my voice on that video.
yeah,
Mine's on here all the time.
I'm like, oh well, set it to music.
Yes, please do.
My husband's like a crazy. It's good, I guess. We'll have lots of memories.
Yes, no.
He films everything and
So is this your
puts
husband
it.
coaching right here?
Yes. So that is my husband, and then those are my two. I just have to. Yeah, you'll fall over when you find out how old they are. They are 15. Yeah. But, well, we were going to find my insurance, and my insurance is like, well, we don't pay for growth hormone anyways. So they're like, we wouldn't even cover the kid who qualifies because it's one of their. So he found a company outside of our insurance that picks up people who either don't have insurance or have exclusions. So we're getting it from another company because our insurance won't do it. No, because they're actually paying for it because you qualify. You have to there's some requirements you have to fit, like your insurance won't cover it, or you have to have doctor's recommendation. So it's actually turned out to be a blessing because now they both get it because the qualification is lower. Like they don't. Nova something.
We're going back in January to say, look, it's been a year and a half since you tested him.
The only problem is, I can probably find it and send it to you. The only problem is it's not.
My husband keeps saying, how much is it worth for 2 inches? And I'm thinking it's worth a lot because if you can say, my point is I can do 5'8". 5'10".
See, and we're not tall, so we're not expecting our kids to get tall. But at this point, they're 15, they're 65 pounds. Like we're not even sure that they did their bone age. They're only at 11 years old.
So is that why they just
Well, they think the one is growth hormone, but I think it is partially like bonus. Dave, the same way. He wrestled his senior year in the 98 wrestling. Like, he was tiny, and so was I, but we weren't this tiny. Like Jackson will be small, so at this point I need to be 5 foot so they can they keep talking about driving, and I'm like, you have to do something to the car to make it so you can drive. Like you can't drive right now. So I'm optimistically we're hoping 5'4", 5'5". They're saying that he can stay on it. It's like 4 inches. Typically 4 inches of growth the first year, and sometimes 2 to 3 each after year. But you have to do it before they go through puberty.
Yeah.
He's like, there's no drug in the world that will make me taller after this is gone through puberty.
Yeah.
He's like, I have kids come to me at 17, 18 years old, and I'm like, I can't do it. I can do nothing for you. Who's your endocrinologist?
Well, she just quit. Her name was Paula. She's at the University of Utah. We really liked her, and she was trying to help us out. You know, she was trying to find exceptions.
What is our name? Ours is he's up in Draper. Not Draper. Riverton. He's in Riverton.
Yeah. Okay. So this. Well, who we're gonna go to is new. I think it's a he who's took her spot. So all of her patients got handed to him.
My endocrinologist is an endocrinologist and a pediatrician. So it makes it really hard to he's so hard to get into. Like one time we had to come in because he's like, I have to see your kids, and they had no room on the books, and he just told them, he's like, you tell those ladies I said it, and they have to find room for you. He's like, we cannot wait. Your boys are he checked him and he's like, we started puberty. We go now or we lose our time.
Thank goodness she got something.
And he's been fantastic. Because I didn't know anything about this. All of a sudden, he just sent us something and said, "This is what we're doing. This is the plan we're on." And because we were talking, and he was telling me about my insurance and having to fight them, and I started getting emotional. Would they really only help one kid?
Yeah, that would be horrible. If you're like, sorry.
I'm like, one of you gets to grow. I'm sorry.
So how long have you started?
We are now on just over 2 months.
How long did it take to take it?
He said it can take a few months before you see much. But we measured him first day, and then we measured him a couple weeks ago. Our measurements, I think they changed half.
Seriously?
So I'm wondering, but how much is that puberty? How much is the drugs? How much is the combination? We don't know, but
It's still know, a half an inch.
We're
2
hoping,
months.
you know, we'll see. And especially with Michael, I had a friend who went off it. Her kid grew 3 more inches after they quit. So I'm like, even if they'll only give it to Michael enough to get his natural puberty and growth hormones going, because he doesn't have the deficiency that Ryan has.
So we did, our lady was like, we were low in growth hormone, so she did the pituitary gland test after that, and was trying to show that that wasn't working right. But see, the thing with that is so weird, it's like, I don't know if it's why it looks like he is, and is in first grade. Like I watch him run into school every day, and I'm like, oh my god.
That teeny tiny little guy. That was us. That was totally us.
And it just sucks too. I'm like, why? But they've always been there since tough. They just
Were they preemies or anything? Mine were they preemies? Mine were preemies. That's what I was wondering. See, and I think Jackson will still be small, but I think he'll just be average small. You know, he'll be like my husband and me, like 5'2", 5'4". We're lucky, 5'6". Under 5 feet. I mean, how do you date? How do you like, there's so many short. Like even 5'4" for Dave, it's different, but there's tons of short girls. So it's not like not nearly as much.
If these guys were girls, I'd just be like, oh, they're just gonna be really.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're totally fine.
I think in the world today, though, there's just an advantage.
Oh, yeah.
Even for women, to be a present.
That's a good layup.
Yeah, I
Even
would
if
love
it
to
didn't
know
win.
who you're going to
I have been really impressed with him. We've only met with him a few times because, like, he saw him and was just like, we gotta go. We gotta go now. And they shoot at soccer, but we held them back when they were little, so they're only 9th graders.
Okay, that's good. So, you know, in 2
Times they get cool, it'll be great, and now everybody's.
yeah.
But back then, I was like, I don't want them to have too much free time between school and mission because kids get lost a little. And they were tiny. And it's tough. Oh, I hope. Just a few inches here and there, just so they're not so. Take care of them. But they just vibrated like crazy when they were. And they were. Think about all the signs of a kid you just want to pick on, you know? And they don't. Like, kids want to protect them. And they're so. They're so funny because they're super athletic. They're really quite athletic, and everyone's always just like, "You're good for how small you are." Like, and I'm like, that's the sad thing is I'm like, you could be really athletic, but you be exceptional to make any kind of team. Right up to junior team. Yeah. I'm like, just know that there's not too many junior teams looking for a 4'6" arm. You know?
Yeah.
So look at it right.
One of the best basketball players in the James grade. His dad's like, his dad's 6'4", he's 6'3". His big, you know, he's like the boys where he's small, he's so good. He gets like every time, he's so mad. His athletic